Welcome back to Neural Intel. Today we are digging into something really interesting, a brand new layer that's emerging in the AI stack. It's being called claws. Now, if you're building with LLM agents, you need to pay attention to this. We're talking about a move towards persistent, orchestrated AI that could literally change how we architect our entire systems.
The source material we're drawing from today kicks things off with this description, and I just think it's perfect. It really captures the whole vibe of this technology. The idea of turning our devices into little homes for these autonomous, helpful AI agents.
All right, let's get into it. Here's how we're going to break this down. First, we'll nail down exactly what claws are. Then we're going to look at the first big implementation out there and, well, the serious security concerns that popped up. After that, we'll explore a totally different, much smaller approach. And finally, we'll get into that big deployment question. Do you run this in the cloud or on your own machine? So first things first, what are we actually talking about here? We've all gotten used to the idea of LLM agents as this new layer sitting on top of the big foundational models. Well, claws are proposing the next architectural leap forward from that. Think of it like a brainstem for your agents. It's the system that's always on, the part that keeps them running, manages their memory, schedules what they need to do, and gives them long-term access to tools. This is the piece that turns a one-shot agent into that digital house elf. So how is this actually being put into practice? Well, that brings us to the first major player in the space. So let's look at how this idea is being built out in the real world, starting with the first big project making waves, OpenClaw. And while it definitely proves the concept can work, its sheer size immediately starts setting off alarm bells for any developer who cares about security. Get this, 400,000 lines of code. The source author calls it a vibe-coded monster, which is just brilliant. Now let's be real. From a risk perspective, the thought of handing over your private data and all your API keys to a code base that massive and that complex, that is a really tough pill to swallow. And this is where the problem becomes crystal clear. We're already seeing reports of huge vulnerabilities. We're talking about exposed instances, remote code execution bugs, the potential for supply chain attacks. I mean, the list goes on. The source calls it a complete Wild West and a security nightmare. And that reality is what pushed developers to start looking for something else, something more manageable and just fundamentally more secure. And that search for a better way brings us to a totally different design philosophy. This one is all about being simple and auditable, instead of just piling on more and more features. So check out this alternative, NanoClaw. The difference is just night and day. We're going from 400,000 lines of code down to about 4,000. That's 100 times smaller. This is a system that a single developer can actually sit down and read, understand, and fully audit. As the source says, it's a core engine that fits in my head. But the real innovation here isn't just about the size. Okay, this is the part that, to quote the author, slightly blew my mind. Instead of messing around with complicated config files, you configure the system by telling an AI agent to literally modify the source code for you. You want to add a Telegram skill? You just tell the agent, it forks the repository, and it writes the code to integrate that new skill. It's a completely new AI-native way of thinking about configuration. So let's pause here for a neural signal check. At a technical level, this is way more than just a cool party trick. It's a potential paradigm shift. We might be looking at a move away from the brittle world of static YAML or JSON config files and into a future where configuration is code, dynamically generated and managed by AIs themselves. And what this implies is a whole new meta for developers. The goal isn't just to write an application anymore. The goal is to write a super forkable base that AI agents can then take and customize into whatever you need. It's a fundamental shift in how we think about designing extensible software. This nano philosophy has really taken off, leading to a whole bunch of different implementations. You've got NanoClaw, NanoBot, ZeroClaw, IronClaw. And all this variety forces a really important decision for any dev looking to actually use this new layer. So where do you run your digital house elf? Do you put it on a remote server somewhere in the cloud? Or do you give it a physical home right there on your own hardware? Now, there are cloud options out there, but our source makes a really compelling case for running it locally. If you're a developer, the logic here is pretty straightforward. A local setup is way easier to tinker with, to modify, to break and fix. It also gives you that direct, low-latency connection to all your other gadgets on your network, which is huge for things like home automation. And let's be honest, there's that cool factor we talked about at the beginning, having a dedicated little box, maybe a Mac Mini, that is the actual home for your personal AI. But this preference for local deployment opens up some massive technical questions that the source doesn't really get into. Time for another neural signal check. If we're all going to be running these persistent, containerized agents on our local consumer hardware, what's the game plan for managing the resources? How are we supposed to handle the compute overhead, the memory footprint, and maybe most important of all, the security hardening of these containers on a machine that isn't a dedicated lockdown server? That's a huge implementation detail that needs a solid answer.
So, where does that leave us? What's the big takeaway? Well, despite the security issues with some of the early versions and these big unanswered questions about deployment, the verdict is pretty clear. Claws are an awesome, exciting, and super fast-moving new piece of the modern AI stack. This is definitely a space to watch.
And that leaves us with one final provocative thought for everyone building in this space. For so long, the focus has all been on building new tools and new skills for our AI agents. But if these agents are actually becoming persistent residents in our digital lives, maybe the whole engineering challenge is about to shift. Maybe the next great frontier isn't about building the elf's capabilities, but about engineering the small, secure, and auditable house for that elf to live in. To stay updated on the latest technical deep dives in AI and ML, make sure to visit us at neuralintel.org, and you can find us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Twitter. Thanks for tuning in.